Hi guys. Today we are also going to be starting the unit in our book. So we're going to be looking at unit 1 in the book. So if you have the new book that looks like this, or if you have the old book, both are okay. It is the same unit in both. There's just a few tiny differences, but nothing to worry about. So whichever book you have, go ahead and look at page 6 in the book. Yes, page 6. So if you have the new book, it's going to look like this. And if you have the older book, it's going to look like this. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. It's going to look like this. So either one is okay. It's going to be the same listening for both of them, the same activities. They just look a little bit different. So I'll be using the newer book, but if you have the older book, again, don't worry about it. So today we're going to be starting this unit. So the unit is called Personal Information. And what we are going to be working on today, we're going to do a little bit of listening that will also give us some vocabulary and just some of the language structures that we're going to be using this unit. By the end of the unit, you're going to be describing people. You're going to be describing yourself and others. And today is the first day we start specifically looking at personality. So how do you describe someone's personality? So let's take a look first at the pictures that are on page 6. So we're going to use the new book for now, but if you have the second edition, again, that is perfectly fine. So in the first picture here in the new book, what do you see? What do you see in this picture? Okay, it's going to be a little bit strange because I do want you to practice speaking. I want you to out loud talk about what you see. Even though I won't be able to hear you, I'm just going to wait for a few minutes while I do want you to practice saying. So practice pointing things out, describing what the picture looks like. Okay, so let's try it again. I know it's a little strange, but this is giving you some speaking practice, and that's important. So picture number 1 here. What do you see in this picture? Good. Where are they? What are they doing? Okay, good, good. So we have 2 people. They look like they are in a club or at a party, and they're dancing, it looks like. So then let's look at picture number 2. Picture number 2. What do you see in picture number 2? So what is his name? Okay, good. How old do you think he is? Okay, all right, good, good. All right, now let's take a look at picture number. So number 2, we had his name is Fernando. So it looks like he's maybe in his 20s, something like that. He is wearing a backpack, so maybe he's a student. Good. So let's go down to picture number 3 now. Okay. What do you see in picture number 3? What is he doing? Okay. Okay. Is it the same person or a different person? Okay. All right, good. So now we have someone who is watching soccer or watching football on the TV. It looks like a different person. His hair looks different. So let's see what we learn. And then last but not least, let's look at picture number 4. Picture number 4. What do you see in this picture? Okay. All right, what is his name? Good. Where is he? What is he doing? Okay, good. So this is Danny. So it's a different person, but they look about the same age. Fernando and Danny are probably both in their 20s, maybe. There's a toaster back here, so it looks like he's at home. Maybe he's in his kitchen. He's drinking a cup of coffee. Okay, good. Good. So if we look at all of these pictures together, what do you think the listening is going to be about? So if all of these pictures create a story, what do you think the story is going to be about? All right, well, let's find out, okay? So we're going to listen to this first just one time, and I want you to think, who is talking and what are they talking about? So who is talking and what are they talking about? Let me see here. Doop, doop, doop. Okay. First listening. Sorry, I'm letting this load on my phone.
Unit 1, personal information.
Okay, so this first listening, you are just listening for who is talking and what are they talking about.
Page 7, exercises 2A and 2B.
So take a look at the pictures as you listen.
Hey, Danny, I am so tired this morning. I need a break. Let's get a cup of coffee. You're always tired on Mondays, Fernando. So, how was your weekend? Wild as usual? Yeah, I guess. You know I like dancing, right? Well, last night, my girlfriend and I went to that new Cuban dance club, Club Havana.
Oh, the one on 14th Street?
Yeah, 14th Street. The place was full of people, and the music was incredible. We danced until, it was about 1:30 in the morning. Hey, you know what? You should come with us next time.
No, oh no, I don't like dancing.
You're kidding. You don't like dancing? You really don't like dancing?
Yeah, well, you know, Fernando, you're really outgoing and friendly, but I'm not outgoing. I'm not a party animal like you. I'm kind of shy. When I was a kid, I just liked going to parties, and I never learned how to dance.
Really? That's too bad. But then, what do you enjoy doing?
Okay, this weekend, for example, I had a really nice, quiet weekend. I worked on my car, I watched some TV, I studied for my business class, and
Wow, Daddy. You mean you were home the whole time? You didn't go anywhere?
nope, I was home alone the whole weekend. Well, I went to the auto parts store. See, I like staying home more than going out. But I'd like to find a girlfriend who likes staying home too.
A girlfriend? How are you going to find a girlfriend if you stay home all the time?
Yeah, good question. Come on, let's get back to work.
Okay, so who is talking? Good, so Fernando and Danny are talking to each other. And what are they talking about? Good, they're talking about their weekend. So what did Fernando do this weekend? Good, he went out, he went dancing with his girlfriend. And what did Danny do this weekend? Good, so he stayed at home. So he liked staying at home, he worked on his car, he watched some TV. So he didn't go out, he stayed in, and Fernando went out. So the next thing that I want you to do, if you have the book, either version, there is a chart. There is a chart on page 7, and it looks like this. So it has 3 columns. It talks about what they did. It has Fernando and Danny. So let's take a look at what these say. Goodness. Number 1 says, is tired this morning. So you cannot see that at all. There, that's better. So is tired this morning. So there's already a check mark there for Fernando. That describes Fernando. Okay. Number 2 says, likes staying home. Number 3 says, worked on his car. Number 4 says, is outgoing. Number 5 says, went out with his girlfriend. And number 6 says, wants a girlfriend. Okay, so we're going to listen to this again. We might listen to it 2 times. And I'm going to keep this on the screen, or if you have it in your book, you can do it in your book. But I just want you to put a check mark, or if you're writing it on your own paper, you can write an F or a D next to the description. So as you listen, when it says what does that say? Like staying home, put a check mark. Is that Fernando or Danny? And then go through each of them. Okay. So let's listen to it one more time. And you're going to put a check mark next to the correct person.
Unit 1, Personal Information. Page 7, Exercises 2A and 2B.
Hey, Danny, I am so tired this morning. I need a break. Let's get a cup of coffee.
You're always tired on Mondays, Fernando. So, how was your weekend? Wild as usual?
Yeah, I guess. You know I like dancing, right? Well, last night, my girlfriend and I went to that new Cuban dance club, Club Havana.
Oh, the one on 14th Street?
Yeah, 14th Street. The place was full of people, and the music was incredible. We danced until, it was about 1:30 in the morning. Hey, you know what? You should come with us next time.
No. Oh, no. I don't like dancing.
You're kidding. You don't like dancing? You really don't like dancing?
Yeah, well, Fernando, you're really outgoing and friendly, but I'm not outgoing. I'm not a party animal like you. I'm kind of shy. When I was a kid, I just liked going to parties, and I never learned how to dance.
Really? That's too bad. But then, what do you enjoy doing?
Okay, this weekend, for example, I had a really nice, quiet weekend. I worked on my car, I watched some TV, I studied for my business class, and...
Wow, Danny. You mean you were home the whole time? You didn't go anywhere?
Nope. I was home alone the whole weekend. Well, I went to the auto parts store. See, I like staying home more than going out. But I'd like to find a girlfriend who likes staying home too.
A girlfriend? How are you going to find a girlfriend if you stay home all the time?
Yeah, good question. Come on, let's get back to work.
Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to play it again, but because this is a video, if you need to listen to it again, that is completely okay. You can rewind it and then listen to it as many times as you want. So let's go over some of the answers. So for number 1, they've already told us, oh, you can't see that at all. Oh no. Okay, that's a little bit. Maybe I'll go on this side. Ooh, my hair, very loud. Is that better? Yeah, it's a little better. Okay, so number 1, we already know it's Fernando, so he was tired that morning, or tired this morning. What about number 2? Number 2, likes staying home. Was that Fernando or Danny? Good, that was Danny. So that one is Danny. He says he watched TV, he worked on his car, and he prefers to stay at home. Okay. What about number 3? Worked on his car. Okay, good. That one is also Danny. So I said that, my bad. So this weekend, that was something he did. He stayed at home and worked on his car. What about number 4? Is outgoing. That one is Fernando. Fernando. Do you know this word outgoing? So it is a personality trait or a way to describe someone's personality. So you might say she is outgoing, or in this case, we would say Fernando is outgoing. That means they like to go out in public, they like to spend time with other people, they like to be out in the world more than being at home by themselves. So if you are outgoing, that means you enjoy going into the world. You might enjoy parties or going dancing like Fernando. Okay. Then number 5. Number 5 says went out with his girlfriend. Is that Fernando or Danny? Okay, good. That one is also Fernando. He said he took her to a new Cuban dance club. Good. And the last one, wants a girlfriend. Okay, so that one is Danny. So if someone wants something, if Danny wants a girlfriend, does that mean that he has a girlfriend right now? No, no. So he wants it in the future. In the future, he wants a girlfriend. Right now, he does not have a girlfriend. And Fernando says, how are you going to get a girlfriend if you never leave your house? And it is a very good question, Fernando. Good question. Okay, so here we have 2 different personality types. So we have Fernando, who is outgoing. He likes to go out into the world. He likes to go dancing. He likes to be around a lot of people. And we have Danny, who likes to stay at home. He likes it maybe quieter. He doesn't mind being by himself. So there are 2 different personalities. We would consider Fernando outgoing, and some might call Danny shy, but it's more common that we would probably call him introverted. Let me write that down for you. So I think your book uses the word shy, but it's more common. It's more common to say introverted. So that in is like you want to stay inside. So outgoing, you want to do things out in the world. Introverted, you enjoy doing things inside. You like to stay home. Okay, so what about you? Do you think that you are more outgoing or more introverted? Neither is bad. It is not to say that being outgoing is good and being introverted is bad. Either one is okay. I am more introverted, so I like seeing people. I like going out sometimes, but I enjoy staying at home. Going out can make me very tired, so I love spending time with my friends, but if it's for a long time, I usually get really tired, and I get more energy from being by myself. So I am more introverted, and then I have friends who are more outgoing, that they get their energy from being around people. So Sometimes you are one or the other, and sometimes you're a little bit of both. And that is okay too. People are not black and white. It is shades of gray. Okay. Good. So let's look down here at the bottom where it says talk. So I've already asked you if you think you are more outgoing or introverted. But let's look at this question too. What are some things that you enjoy doing over the weekend? If you are not working, what do you enjoy doing? Okay, so if you talked more about going out and spending time with other people, although right now it's a little bit strange. Right now we can't go out in big groups, so it's a little bit different right now than if there was no virus. So think about that. If there was no virus and you were not working over the weekend, what would you do? What would you like to do? Okay. So then think about it. The answers you gave, does that make you more extroverted, or does that make you more introverted, where you want to stay in, or does it make you more outgoing, where you want to spend time with other people, do things out in the world? Okay. And then what are some examples? What are some examples of that? Okay, good, good. So let's work together here for a second. So I'm going to move this. You're gonna have to give me a second because I want you to be able to see this board. But let me go get my stool so you can see it. Really cool stool. Okay. All right. My very high-tech office here at home. Okay. All right. So let's think of some examples for people who are more outgoing and people who are more introverted. So we'll use some colors. So people who are outgoing. And then people who are more introverted. Can you see that? Okay. I'll try to make sure I write big enough. Okay. So what are some examples of someone who is outgoing? I want you to just think to yourself, think of 3 examples. 3 examples of activities that someone who is outgoing might enjoy. So in the listening, we heard that Fernando likes to go dancing. So you don't have to say go. So he likes dancing. He likes going to parties. So think to yourself, what are 3 other things someone who is outgoing might like to do? Okay. If you need more time, that is fine. Just pause the video. You can take all the time you want. Some other examples might be things like spending time with friends. It could be, you could even say like maybe going out to eat would be something that someone who is outgoing might want to do. There are lots of options. I'm sure you thought of some other things that I didn't think of, and we will talk about these on Thursday. So remember what you thought of. Now let's do the same thing for people who are introverted. So outgoing and introverted. So people who like to stay at home. So things they might like. Let me twist that. So staying at home. Maybe watching TV. So think to yourself, what are 3 other things that someone who is introverted might like to do? Okay, again, if you need more time, just pause the video. You can have as much time as you want. Some other things might be reading. So reading a book. Ooh, that is hard to see. Sorry, guys. Reading a book. What else? What else do they like? Maybe painting. Painting might be something that someone who is more introverted might like. Now, again, it does not mean that you are only one or the other. So like I said, I am introverted. Generally, I get more energy from being by myself than with others, but I still spend time with my friends. I still like doing things that are outgoing, and I'm sure you are the same. Even if you are outgoing, there might be times that you like doing things that are more introverted. Or if you watch a movie with friends, that could be something that's more outgoing because you're with other people. So the world does not exist where you are only outgoing or only introverted. People are usually a mix of things. But I want you to be thinking, which one do you think you are more like? Are you more outgoing or more introverted? All right, and we will talk about this more on Thursday. So hopefully you'll be in class on Thursday. I want to discuss this a little bit more and practice speaking about it. All right, if you have any questions, just let me know, and I will hopefully see you all on Thursday. All right, bye guys.